Namaste, and welcome to my channel, Spiritual Gina, where I encourage you to live from your soul. My name is Gina. I hope this video has found you in great spirits, and if not, I hope this video is able to uplift you. And today we will be talking about defaulting to developing and listening to your intuition. And this is a very popular topic in the spiritual world, in the spiritual community, and for good purpose. And that's because your intuition is going to be the compass that guides you through life, through decision making, and through overall good and or bad times, right? And so we want to default to developing our intuition because that is how we strengthen this invisible muscle that we have. And the intuition can be this, almost feel like this woo-woo, out of touch part of ourselves when we aren't developing it. And so we have to develop it so we can ground it more into this reality, because it's almost like in this particular world, in this particular simulation, matrix, whatever you want to call it, the intuition almost is weakened as we are here. So we have to almost work double time in order to develop it, in order to use it. And the intuition is very, very subtle, meaning it's not something that we can turn on and off, although when you become proficient enough, I suppose you can, but it really wouldn't work like that. It would either be more like focused or more dampened. But we need to, it's harder to develop in this realm, I feel, because we have so much internal noise and also external noise. And this chatter can seemingly separate us from this very natural part of ourselves. And so the development of our intuition obviously strengthens our connection to our intuition, but the intuition itself is going to be an area of our being, of ourselves, that requires a certain flexibility, that requires a certain neuroplasticity. And that means we have to be open to it showing up in different ways. We have to be open to the way we even access our intuition. We have to be open to the way we access our intuition, developing and or changing. So what does that mean? Basically, it means that the way you access your intuition now could be different from the way you access your intuition 5 years from now. So there's this, again, flexibility that we have to have in our thinking, that we have to have in the way we go about using our intuition, because it is something that can change. And I know for me, I experienced my intuition more in my dream state, and soon it began to develop into more of a clairsentience. And also knowing your dominant clair can also be a way for you to harness and use your intuition. But we want to default to using our intuition because it is this unshakable, unmovable part of ourselves that we will always have access to. And so yeah, that is the video. Basically, we need to default to using our intuition. We have to understand that sometimes our intuition can show up differently, and that the way we access it can evolve and or change, and that we have this internal compass that is our birthright to use, but something that we do have to develop, you know? So yeah, that is defaulting and developing your intuition. And I guess 3 tips really quickly to develop your intuition: being out in nature, being around people who have a strong connection to their intuition, and making the time and space for the way that you personally develop your intuition to take shape. For example, I am a musician, so I can develop my intuition that way, or through writing, because I'm also a poet. And so it just depends on your personality. All right, so that is all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bless.